Vrityasya deham nishkrantam
Vritasura deha nishkantya
Atma jyotir arindama
Atmajyotir arindama
Pashyatam sarvadhemanam
Pashyatam sarvadevanam
Alokam samapadyata.
Alokam samapadyata.
O King Parikshit, subdue your enemy. The living spark then came forth from Vritasura's body and returned home back to Godhead. While all the demigods looked on, he entered the transcendental world to become an assay to Lord Sankarsana. So this is the end of that war between Vritasura and Indra. And very beautiful analysis is going on by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one of the great acharyas in our parampara. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was a great scholar, one of the personalities in our parampara who wrote extensively, and he showed a great scholarship. Now he is understanding when Srila Prabhupada is writing the purports, he doesn't write on his own. He keeps the work of his acharya, his acharya's acharya in front of him, and he studies, and then he writes his purport. Therefore, is in the parampara explanation you get. This is not somebody's speculation. It's parampara, following the footsteps of the acharyas. Actually, this is the principle Srila Prabhupada taught so much in his life. Always Srila Prabhupada, that used to be his mood. When they asked him, Srila Prabhupada, why you come to America? He said, my Guru Maharaj told me to do so. The modern world is always, everybody dreams, daydreams, not dreams, daydreams, that he is some very big hero and people have to honor him. That is the modern day world. And sometimes I am not honored, I become very upset. The Vedic culture was different. Just like Yudhishthira Maharaj was, after the war was over, Mahabharata war is over, he refused to fight. He refused to take the throne. And then Krishna asked him, Vedavyasa asked him, so many people requested him. He said, no, I am not qualified. I have no qualification. And what have I done? I have done such a great crime. So many people have died because of me. And if I look back at it, Duryodhana was not doing a bad administration. What was so special in me to kill him to become a ruler? He never thought he's special. But Krishna was convinced he's special. He wanted him to rule. And Krishna wanted that to happen at any cost. He should rule the world. A great saintly king like Yudhishthira Maharaj should rule the world. But Yudhishthira Maharaj never personally felt that there is anything special about him. He never felt. And he was forced. Finally, Bhishma convinced him he should take up the throne. And before taking the throne, still he met Dhritarashtra. Is it fine? He said, yes, take the throne. Just imagine. We can't even imagine this. This is the nature in the Vedic culture, that I have no qualification, but I have been asked to do this task. Srila Prabhupada not for one moment felt that I have any qualifications. I have been told to do. In fact, Prabhupada says, what writing ability had? Nothing. No writing ability. I was told by my guru, preach in English. So I started writing in English. It was not that I was a great writer, nothing. Started writing, expressing myself. Writing, you start learning how to arrange your thoughts, how to explain. So this mood actually makes the people in the Vedic culture so sweet. The whole atmosphere is so nice. Yesterday discussing, there are two things, not only the temple, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is so nice and nobody thinks he has any qualification except being asked to do a particular job. Nobody does anything by his own initiative. I have been asked to do, but personally I am not qualified to do. This is a very beautiful consciousness of the Vedic culture. So same way here, Srila Prabhupada is commenting on this, that actually Vishwanath Chakravarti is pointing out very interesting thing. What is the interesting thing? That when Indra, this what happened, as for we read some purports today. Generally, when there is no purport, we don't give an explanation. That's the tradition. Our explanation should further the purports. There is no purport, devotees go to the next shloka, wait for some explanation to come. So we further explain. That's like following the footsteps of the Acharyas. Now what happens is that Indra and Vritasura is fighting. And Vritasura, one arm is gone already. In fact, he gave mercy to Indra in the beginning. When the first Indra threw a small club, and Vritasura hit the head of Airavata, and Indra fell with Airavata. Vritasura had all the opportunity to kill him, he did not kill. Similar incidents happened again. Again he had an opportunity. Again he didn't kill him. And he said, you pick up the weapon, don't worry, don't be morose. This is the war. You're not Vishnu that you will be victorious all the time. Sometimes you will lose. Sometimes in our life we see some reverse come. We should remind ourselves, I'm not Vishnu. I'm a Jiva. Sometimes it will be up, sometimes it will be down. Sometimes I will have a comfortable position, sometimes I will have a distressful position. Either bodily or mentally. I'm not Vishnu. Why I feel what has happened? You are Vishnu or what? It's very good argument. He tells him, you're not Vishnu who's always going to win. Sometimes you will lose. So all of us are actually fighting a war in the material world against our mind, against Maya, against illusion. Sometimes we will be victorious, sometimes we will lose. Even health, there is a war going on. As for allopathy, there is always war going on between our antibodies and the infection outside. Sometimes you lose and we get sick. You say, how I got sick? And you're Vishnu or what? Sometimes you'll fall sick. And sometimes you'll, how I fall sick? I have fallen sick. How it happened? Why it happened? You're not Vishnu. Sometimes you will lose the war. So so he reminds Indra why I'm feeling morose. Because in front of all the devatas he has been defeated twice. And given, okay, no problem. Again fight. So then Vritasura cuts his one hand. Indra cuts one hand of Vritasura from the weapon given by Lord Vishnu. And Vritasura offers wonderful prayers to the Lord. And with that one hand itself, he starts fighting. And he throws a club of Indra. And Indra cuts that club and also cuts his hand. Now he has no hands remaining. Now Vritasura has his huge body. He was moving like some Himalayas are walking, massive size. What does Vritasura do? He puts his mouth on the ground. Opens it. It becomes like a huge cave. Goes in front of Indra and just swallows him with his carrier, with the elephant. Imagine the size he has taken. You have to swallow, you know the size of elephant? I have forgotten. Size of elephant is very big. You have to swallow an elephant with the size. How much size you should have? Just imagine the size he has taken up. And that is only the size of his mouth. How big his body must be. Huge. We swallowed Indra with his carrier. And now situation came that actually Vritasura, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, Vritasura felt, I did my duty. Anyway, hands are cut, blood is oozing. Let me leave the body now, go back to Godhead. And he went into what is known as Samadhi, total absorption in Krishna's lotus feet. And what Indra, because his body was completely still now, otherwise digestive juice are flowing and all, he would have died. Dead body means, it's stiff, nothing. Indra could therefore come out. That's what Vritasura is saying. Otherwise, he was finished, over it was. He came out, and the dead body of Vritasura, he was cutting the head. Actually, who won the war was Vritasura, not Indra. War was over. Actually, Vritasura won the war. But in that, I won the war, did my job, he left the body. That gave opportunity for Indra to come out. And he came out, and he cut the head. But what he cut the head was the dead body of Vritasura. Vritasura has already gone back to Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, so having done his service. So we should understand, there are so many more points there. Then who has won the war? Vritasura or Indra? All the acharyas analyze this and say actually the war has been won by Vritasura. Why? Because Vritasura is going back to Godhead. He has won the war. Because that is the main mission of life. Mostly what happens is that our success of life is to achieve some position in this world. And therefore we see these politicians, even to the last day, they stick to power. That's a joke. Nobody retires today. You have seen anybody retiring? 92 years, 92, 94 years. somebody shouting in the parliament, I feel like resigning from parliament. He's already 93-year-old. Difficult to walk itself. Now, why are you feeling to? You resigned long time ago. What are you doing here? Every profession there is retirement age except politician. As if that doesn't require any involvement. There was a time that India had what is that? Attack. It had a big attack in Bombay. Correct? And you definitely need somebody to jump from his bed, take up the phone and all and all. And many people in decision making were past their 80s and 90s. And by that time, hundreds of people have died. So Prabhupada used to sometimes say actually, because see what happens, why it happens. The goal of life is position and power. If that is the goal of life, why should I leave it? Why the politician leave it? If they leave it, what do they do? Because that's the goal of life. Why should I leave it? But we do not see this trend in the Vedic culture. In the Vedic culture, goal of life was to reach Krishna's lotus feet, not to stick on to power. What do you do with that? Therefore, we see so many people as a duty. They rule, like Bharat Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj. So many beautiful examples read in the Bhagavatam. As a duty, they were doing their job, but they were detached. The moment they were to go out, they just walked out. They just walked out. Yudhishthir Maharaj, we know, when he heard that Krishna has left the planet, just walked out of the palace. Did not even look at anybody. He said, "No, what am I doing here now? Krishna is not there. I have nothing to do." So he has no attachment. Even though there is great opulence, there is great respect, very worship, all facilities for enjoying, is totally detached. Correct? So this is then a different picture. So Vritasura also is doing his duty here. He has been born with the woe to kill Indra. He is doing his duty, fighting with Indra, but is totally detached from the situation. He is losing the war. His hand is cut. Another hand is cut. Detached. Okay, let me try once more. 2 times, anyway, I defeated him. Now one more time, let me try. And with his mouth, he swallows him up. That's also not easy. He attacked, and he did. He's totally detached. And it's not that I'm losing the war, I'm going to die now, because his goal of life was to reach Krishna's lotus feet. And he's very happy. Shri Radha Govinda ki. See, the point is that evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangha sajayate. Unless your mind is joyfully situated, you cannot understand Krishna. Neither you can go back to Krishna's abode. Because Krishna is in total control of the situation. We should always be very, very joyful. If anything reverse comes sometimes, Krishna has willed in that way. Accept it like that and be very peaceful. Let Krishna decide what he wants to do. Okay, so this should be your meditation. So here Vritasura is also very joyful. Even though both hands are cut, even though he has done his job, so many things have happened in his life. If you want to count reverses, enough reverses are there in his life. Unnecessarily cursed. And then Lord has given a weapon to kill him. That weapon is so powerful, cutting his hands like katak. And even then he has done his duty and swallowed Indra. Is my Lord, I did my part. And he's so happy. So happy with the arrangement of Lord Krishna. Always very happy. That is actually test devotees deep in the heart. Devotees should be peacefully situated. Externally, vyavaharika level, we have to do drama in this world. You have to speak so many things. But internally, we should be very peacefully situated and continue our devotion service day after day. And that is the meditation. There are so many things we can learn from Vritasura. Very peacefully, joyfully, he situated his heart at the lotus feet of Krishna and left the world in samadhi, back to the spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.